Welcome back as we continue our Advent journey with Our Lady of Guadalupe and Saint Juan Diego. Yesterday we saw Juan Diego wrestling between humility and the temptation of feeling unworthiness. We saw how he struggled to recognize his own smallness while simultaneously feeling completely inadequate for the mission, asking her to send someone else, someone much more respectable than himself. But today we see the powerful counterpunch to that dilemma. The hope that's born from seeing how God himself is the one who chooses us and empowers us for any mission. So let's listen in to the Nican Mopowa segment. Then the perfect virgin, worthy of all honor and reverence, replied to him, "Listen, you, the smallest of my children, know for certain that I have no lack of servants, of messengers, to whom I might entrust my word, that my will be carried out. But it is necessary that you personally go and plead that through your intercession my will may be fulfilled, my desire accomplished. And I beg you earnestly, my son, the least of all, and I command you with firmness, return tomorrow, go again to see the bishop, tell him in my name, let him hear my will, that he must build for me here the sacred house I ask. Tell him again that I in person, the ever-Virgin Holy Mary, Mother of God, send you as my messenger." Juan Diego answered her, saying, "My lady, my queen, my little maiden, may I not bring sorrow to your face, grief to your heart. Gladly, with all my will, I shall go to put into action your venerable word. By no means will I neglect it, nor do I find the path burdensome. I will go to fulfill your will. Yet it may be that I will not be heard. And if heard, perhaps I will not be believed. But surely tomorrow evening, when the sun has set, I will return to bring your venerable word, your venerable breath, the answer to the ruler priest. Now I take my leave of you with respect, my little daughter, my maiden, my lady, my child. Rest now a little while." And then he went to rest in his house. Or the Blessed Mother's response to Juan Diego was just absolutely beautiful and breathtaking, right? And it's a message for every one of us who has ever felt too small to be used by God, to be an instrument of God. The Blessed Virgin looks at Juan Diego and says, yes, I have plenty of distinguished servants I could send, but it is necessary that you personally go. And this is an important thing. Like, Juan Diego is part of the message itself. Juan Diego's lowliness, which he himself is acutely aware of, is precisely part of the message. The Virgin tells him, I want you to tell him that I myself personally, I send you to be the messenger. Juan Diego is part of the message itself. And that's where we see that hope is not born out of our merits. Hope is something that's born out of the confidence that God himself is the one who sees us. He chooses us and he calls us. His gaze is a dignifying one. Fully aware of our condition, our limitations, and our smallness, the entire Nican Mopowa is kind of like this great ode to lowliness. I want to ask you what God has called you to do. Think about your vocation, your mission within the church, in your family, in your community. Now think of all the times you've ever felt inadequate for this mission, and how often we're tempted to lose heart and give up. Maybe someone else should do this. I'm not equipped enough. Now look at your story and your mission through the Guadalupan gaze, the Guadalupan eyes. See how hope springs from the fact that God himself is on your side. He hasn't chosen you because you're the most eloquent or the most qualified, but just because he loves you, and he wants you to be a part of the message being communicated. Now, the hope for your mission can only be born from God's gaze upon you. Let that hope sink in, transform your life and your vocation. Today, take time to pray about that one mission, the one thing you keep telling yourself you're not good enough for. Use the words of the Virgin Mary as a healing balm for your heart. Listen, put it in your heart. The least of all, let nothing frighten you and let nothing trouble you. Let's acknowledge this smallness. That's humility. But reject the lie that God cannot use you. And that's rejecting unworthiness. Thank you for joining us today on this Advent journey with Our Lady of Guadalupe, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless. This podcast is brought to you by Juan Diego Network a project by Juan Diego and Friends Incorporated, a nonprofit seeking to attract people on the internet to in-person Christian community and the sacraments. Visit juandiegoandfriends.com to check out our other missionary initiatives.